Why is it so zoomed in? Why? Why? Oh god, my room, you can see it. Ew. Avoid the mess, avoid the mess. Tilt the camera. It usually isn't this hard. That's what she said. That's what she said. Editing Alyx, cut this out. Hey, what's up you guys? Welcome back. Hey! Today, I'm gonna talk about playlists because I haven't shoved that down your throat enough. Ew. So, I came out with a whole series of playlist vlogs, day 1, day 2, and day 3, and you guys seem to like them. So today, we're gonna do a little recap of playlists because a lot of things happened and I have a lot of opinions. So first off, we're gonna talk about all the people that I met, all my friends. So I put out a video about the week before playlist saying that I was going to playlist alone and that I needed someone to hang out with because I get social anxiety and I hate it and I didn't want to go by myself and it sucked. And this guy named Jian Bros 11 contacted me and he was like, hey, I'm going with a bunch of friends and we're all small YouTubers and we would love it if you joined us. And I was like, okay. Like, oh, this person could be crazy or awkward or weird or, you know, keep dead people in his basement. I don't know. But anyways, so we got contact information and I went there on the first day and I remember when I got there I was so nervous and they didn't have any brochures or anything like talking about the schedule at that point. They had this big banner with the schedule on it and so I was standing looking at the banner and that's when Jian walked up to me and he was like, are you Alyx? Alyx? And I was like, yeah. I don't know why I got so squeaky for that. But anyways, so Jian found me, he brought me back to his friends. That's when I met Josh from Joshua George TV, Max from Join Max, James from Fun Foods, and the Woodhouse Life vlogging family. So then right after that we went to lunch. I got really nervous cause bring all the hatred, I don't care. I have a lot of social anxieties and another one of them is eating in front of people I don't know. But there is something to be said about breaking bread with people. You get to know people when you break bread, meaning like you sit down and have a meal together. Just sitting there and like having a meal and talking was like so bonding. The next person I want to talk about meeting is Nico Politely. He's watched a couple of my videos and he's commented on them. After the first day, I got a message on YouTube and he was like, hey, I saw you at Playlist and I didn't want to say hi. And I was like, oh my god, say hi. And so the second day he like tapped me on the shoulder and he was like, are you Alyx? And I was like, yeah. And he was like, I watch your videos. And I was like, oh my god. And we became friends and he was so nice. And Nico is super cool. He vlogs semi-daily. What else? The next group I want to talk about is everyone I met at Community Unite. There was like a whole bunch of people I met there and I'm just gonna list a few names. I can't remember all of them just off the top of my head. Daniel Dorable, Kaylee Kill, Zach Zakai, Eric Parent. Those are just a few people that I met at the Community Unite panel. And the Community Unite panels, it was a separate small room where they had 9 panels throughout the weekend and they were all about small creators, meaning minimal numbers, not like small in size, because you know I wouldn't be there because I'm like a giant. They were panels for small creators with like small audiences. We can all come together and we can network and we can talk about what we do right and what we do wrong and what our dreams are and all that good stuff. I learned a lot from those panels. Those are probably the panels that I learned the most from and everyone there was so nice. That is what blows my mind. The thing that just like is crazy about all of this is how freaking nice everyone was. There's such a connection when you can connect over the internet, when you connect over being content creators, when you connect over having dreams and goals that are similar. Everyone's just so welcoming, everyone's so understanding, and it's just such a good atmosphere. I love it. I love it. I wish we could do it every day. I love it. And that brings me to the second thing I want to talk about, which is the big creators that I met. Because I met one of them in the Community Unite panel. I just want to do a big shout out to all the big creators, big stars on YouTube that actually are doing the right things. So I'm just going to talk off my experience of who I met and who affected me that weekend. One of them I met in the Community Unite panel. His name is Chris Thompson. He does rant talk videos. He actually went out of his way to come into the Community Unite panel and teach us about MCNs from his perspective. So we weren't just getting a perspective from the small creators, we were getting a perspective from a large creator as well. So that was super cool. He wasn't scheduled for the panel, but he still showed up and he talked to me for a little while and I got to ask him some questions. So huge shout out to him. Here's the picture we took together. Ha ha ha. That's what he looks like. The next person I want to talk about is Ingrid Nilsson. Of course, that's my girl. I had her meet up the second day of playlist, the first day of not business day. I actually got there late. I was like, hey, can I still come in? Like, is it too late? And they were like, get in there, she's coming in right now. And so as I'm opening the door, she comes down the hallway and I like made eye contact and I was like, be cool, Alyx, be cool. But anyways, huge shout out to her because she is doing the right things. She understands the responsibility that's been given to her as a creator. There's a certain responsibility that's handed to you with that because you're having an impression on these young girls and these young kids. She's doing all the right things with that. She's doing things to empower women and empower children and just make people feel love and make people know that they're worth something, and that's so cool. It was great meeting her and she was super sweet and nice and she vlogged with me. What is this? I love when they vlog with me. It's bonding. It's bonding. It's internet bonding. You don't understand. Next big shout out I want to make is to Louie Cole. Louie. It's my boy. His YouTube channel is Fun for Louie. I'm sure you know it. He basically travels the world and gets paid to do it. His vlogs are incredible. If you like travel even a little bit, you need to watch Louie's vlogs. The guys I hung out with this past weekend, they all went to his meetup the first day when I was at Ingrid's, and he gave them like 10 to 15 minutes each just talking and like giving them advice and vlogging with them and just being a friend. I don't have time for these creators that are power hungry and are fame hungry and do nothing with the position they've been given. If they are given a position of fame and popularity, they need to do something real with it. They need to not just take money and pose for pictures. And Louie is really great. It's just amazing to get his point of view. I went to his panel for travel and to get his point of view of like what he's learned from traveling and why he thinks people should travel and how to travel on a budget, and it's just empowering to hear firsthand experiences. It just inspires you so much. This weekend was just such an inspiration. It's just so amazing to come together with a bunch of creators from all around the world and just talk about what we make and why we make it and who we are and what we represent. The last person I want to talk about is of course Mitchell Davis. Ha 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 ha. He's one of my favorite YouTubers. He's always been one of my favorite YouTubers. And I remember I was sitting there on the first day. We went to our first panel and Mitchell Davis walked out from behind the curtain and I was like, oh my god, Mitchell Davis. Oh my god, is he on this panel? Oh my god. And I was like looking at the thing and then he turned around and walked back behind the curtain and I was like, no! And so we waited and I saw him and I just love him. He is one of the original creators on YouTube. He's one of the original however many, and he is just so original. He has his own style, his own way. It's chaotic, it's crazy, but it's him, and he's not gonna change for anyone because that's who he is. And that's so inspiring, and he understands that you have to stay true to yourself. I vlogged with him. He ate my business card, which was interesting, and I was like, I don't understand what just happened, but I love it. So all in all, I met a lot of small YouTubers and a lot of large creators. It was amazing to meet all of them. I can't stress it enough how fun it was. If you guys are thinking about going, you really need to go, especially if you're a small creator and you're trying to like break this barrier of like being on your own. There's a whole community out there, and come meet me. I'll be there. Be my friend. I don't know. So I'm sorry I talked about playlist after a whole week of playlist vlogs. If you guys want to know more about what I've learned about the business this past weekend, I took a bunch of notes at panels. If you guys are interested in learning any of that, go ahead and tweet at me. I'm at Alyx Freid on everything. Message me, tweet at me, whatever, and I'll be happy to answer any questions. I don't know it all, obviously. I'm not saying I know it all, but I'll be happy to share with you anything that I learned. So if you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button down below. There's a link right here, and there's a link somewhere in this end card. I believe it's this way? I come out with videos every Wednesday and Saturday, and it's fun, and we're gonna be best friends, and you should subscribe. Leave a comment down below if we met at playlist. If you want to meet next year, let me know. If you're a new subscriber, be sure to tweet at me with the hashtag FridoFam, because we're the Frito fam. Get used to it. That's who we are. And I will see you guys on Wednesday. Yeah?